Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm a little late this morning. I was trying to mess with the lights, trying to get my shadows better, or not, try to get rid of my shadows. Anyways, thank you all so much for joining me again today for another creative challenge here on Creating with Kristina Live. I have a free digital download for you today. I'm going to share with you this free digital download, and it's for making cards to celebrate our diversity through creativity. This is something that Stampin' Up! Is offering, and so you will find it on my blog, okay? Hey, good morning, Kim. So here is my blog address, creatingwithkristina.com, and when you go there, you will find the digital download. If you're watching this on the YouTube, it's also in the description below, the link to the download. Okay, so for those of you who just found me, my name's Kristina Reese. This is Creating with Kristina, and I come live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to help card makers by sharing tips and art design skills on my card making tutorials. And I am so thankful that you've decided to join me today. All right, before we get started though, one last announcement. May is almost over. We only have 6 days. So we only have 6 days left of the joining promotion, Join Plus. And if you have not heard of this, when you join Stampin' Up!, you get to choose $155 worth of product, but only pay $99. They even throw in free shipping. It is an amazing deal right now, and I would love to have you on my team. We have an awesome bunch of ladies, and anyway, so you can just message me if you're interested in that, okay? All right, this is Wednesday, and on Wednesday we do a card challenge. And last week we had a card sketch, and I had 10 of you enter, and they are just beautiful. I love all the cards that you guys submit. And so let's go ahead and spin for our winner. All right, let me come over here to my computer. Whoops, excuse me. And I've got 10 numbers in here, and I'm going to spin. We landed on number 7, and let me go over to the Facebook page and count down 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pat Richardson. All right. I love it. You guys, this is so fun. And do you know that I have the retired in color markers, and I want to give those to you because I'm probably not going to use them anymore since they're retired, and I have my new in colors. So I'm going to be sharing those with you. So Pat, be looking for one of the older in color markers. Okay, let's get started with today's creative challenge. And this creative challenge, we are going to be using the new free digital download. So let me switch my camera over. Here we go. All right, and this is the download right here. It's called United Through Creativity. I know my title there is kind of blocking the way, but that's okay because I want you all to see where you can get the download. The first page tells, and there are 14 pages. The first page tells you what the download is, some of the colors that they use, how to print it, all that fun stuff. All right, so the first one, so these are images that you would print on cardstock and then cut them out and create cards. And they have some beautiful people here, couple here, 3 here, some beautiful sayings, we belong together, but it's diversity. So this is all the different cultures, and of course cultures have different languages, so you have we belong together in the different languages. I know this one's German here, one of them would be French, and one of them would be French, German, Dutch, or probably Dutch. All right, because it's from the different areas that Stampin' Up! Has demonstrators. All right, here's a bunch more sayings. We are united, when we unite our creative light, I can't read this morning. when we unite our creative light, we lighten people's hearts. And that is so true. I love it. And it's all in the different languages. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are an entire ocean in a drop. I love that. Okay. And just in different colors, different languages. All right. Now here's the fun part. So this is the Edelweiss, and all of these sayings are, of course, in German and Dutch. Or no, German. I'm sorry, there's a Dutch page. This is German. And I don't speak German, but my father did, and my husband does. I guess you pronounce that service. I'm not quite sure, but it's goodbye or so long. Good morning here. Together we are stronger. I went ahead and translated these for you, but it's just real easy to put it in Google Translate and find it. Here's the Canadian one. And of course, you Canadians are going to have to tell me, Tammy, if you're watching, how the heck do you say that? I know. How's it going, eh? I know that one. True North. Here's the United States, the good old American apple pie. Here for you through thick and thin. Hang in there, and you're the best thing since sliced bread. So those are some fun American sayings. I know this is great love, and this is be saved, good as gold. Here's the Dutch, the little Holland shoes, and we have on that bike. I know the Hollanders have a lot of pictures with bicycles and their windmills, but I'm not really sure. I don't think that, I mean, that's what Google Translate translated it. I'm not quite sure. I don't get it, but you know, a quick chat. I'm sure that's the same thing as when we say, like, just wanted to say hi, you know, just a quick chat. And of course, that's how you say hi in Dutch. This is for our British, the British Isles. We have, of course, the thistle for Scotland, the rose for England, the shamrock for Ireland. And I'm not really sure. I guess it's Wales for the daffodil. But I don't know. I'm not quite sure what that comes from. Fancy a cuppa. I love that, don't you? Absolutely fabulous news. Chin up. It's all going to wash out, come out in the wash. Okay, of course, here's our Australian friends. Good day. You beaut. You're a true blue friend. Love that. Here, okay, don't you love France's image? The wine and the cheese and the bread. Go for a drink is how that translated. Together, life is better. Okay, and without you, I am not on my plate. Not sure if that's translating very well. And of course, here's a beautiful image of all, so the bicycle there in Holland, the cute little animal from Australia. I think that's a kiwi. I don't think that's right, because kiwi is a fruit. Anyways, I'm not sure who gets the gnome in the lighthouse. Not quite sure where that goes. The duckbill platypus, that's Australia. The castle for Germany. The moose for Canada, Big Ben for England, and of course the American eagle. So cool. So that is a 14-page download. And I'm going to make some cards with this. And I'm not going to make very many or it would be here all day. I've already taken up 8 minutes, but I wanted to show you the download. So it's very simple. What you'll do is you'll just go to my blog or in the description on the YouTube and click the download link. Now you don't have to print all 14 at once. I just picked 2 of them. I picked the German Edelweiss and the American apple pie, and I just printed those 2 pages, okay? Once you've printed, and I want to pull this off of here so you all can see it printed. All right, once it's printed, I went ahead and colored it. I'm going to bring this in for you guys. Hold on, let me pull that down and that up so I can zoom in a little bit. There we go. I colored my apple pie, and just real quick, I used cinnamon cider and smoky slate. Then this here, the shadowing, is light crumb cake, and then I went over it with the color lifter. So it just gave a real light, kind of a shadowy, just so it kind of had some depth to it. I have not finished coloring my apple. I'm going to color that with you all, but the seeds I put a little light crumb cake on, and then I used the color lifter just so that those seeds didn't look so flat. They kind of had some dimension. All right, now the paper, let me zoom back out. Let me do that. Whoops, not that far. There we go. You always want to cut it at 4 1/4 first, okay? So I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4 first. Because if you go 5.5 first, this year the best thing is going to get cut in half, and you don't want that to get cut in half. So, but you can always cut them all in 4.25, and that will give you, it will break them up into 2 pieces there. And of course, at 4.25, it can go through the die cutting machine. And then, like I said, then I want to go this way. And my apple pie, if I go at 5.5, it's going to land right there, and that's great. That's exactly what I want. And then I have my apple pie that I can run through the die cutting machine. And I'll show you which die I'm going to use in just a minute, but I want to color this apple with you all. So let me zoom in again. There we go. All right, and I am using the Poppy Parade. Here we go. Here we go. Light. All right, start with light. I always start with the light one and the bullet point. And I just go in, actually, with the brush point. When you have that big of an object, you can use the brush point because you just want to do a light overall coloring. Whoops. Try to stay in the lines. It's hard to stay in the lines with this big fat brush, but there we go. Okay, so then and then this little piece here. Now that I have the light color in, I'm going to come in with the dark color with the bullet point. And do you see where the artist put those shadow lines? Just go over them, you know. Okay. It's pretty easy. So the artist kind of gives you an idea of where it should be shadowed. Now, of course, where the apple pie is in front of the apple, you are going to get a shadow there. And then also where that sliced apple is, you're going to get a shadow there, okay? And then I'm going to come back here and give it a little more. And here also, this is going to be a little darker. All right, now that I have that done like that, you can go back with the light one to blend it, or you can use the color lifter if you think that apple is too dark. Or maybe the center part is too dark, you can lift some of the color. But I'm gonna go with the light first, and I'm just gonna do a little roundabout where the 2 colors meet. Not all the way, just where the 2 colors meet. Okay. All right, and that leaves that little white spot there. And that is where I use this color lifter, and very lightly, I'm just gonna throw some extra alcohol in there. All this is alcohol in here. There's no color in it. And it just kind of helps it to blend, to lighten up there. Whoa, let me pull that out. Okay, so there you go. And then as it dries, the alcohol all kind of bleeds together, and it gives you that really pretty blended look. All right, so that is how I color. For those of you who have not watched me color before, I love our blends. Next thing. I have decided to use, where's my base? So I've decided to use the Coastal Cabana Designer Series paper. Okay, hold on, let me zoom out again. And the Smoky Slate. I colored the pie tin in Smoky Slate, so that's why I chose that. And I'm gonna be putting this here, but I'm gonna cut it out in just a minute. I'm also going to use Here For You through Thick and Thin, but I'm gonna cut that out with the die also. And the die I decided to use is for the apple pie. Hold on, let me find it. Here they are. For the apple pie, this is from Colors and Contours, and I'm going to place that right there. So I have this beautiful scalloped edge, and then I'm going to trim off a little bit right there, and I'm going to put that on the card. So let me run this through the embossing machine. And I'm going to use some washi tape to hold it. It's moving around. Come on. There we go. Sorry about that, you guys. I'm usually not having so much trouble with my embossing machine here today. There we go. Okay. Okay, and you know what I did? I did the craziest thing. Have you all ever done this? Have you ever put your die upside down? Oh my gosh, how crazy am I? Oh my God, I'm just so crazy. Okay, well, no harm done here. I just need to turn it over. That is so funny. Just crazy, girl. All right, but I did cut my washi tape, so I need another piece of washi tape. Are y'all laughing or what? Okay, here we go. And I want that pretty close to the apple pie because I don't want it to take up too much of the card base. All right, now that I have it on there correctly, try this again. Okay, much better. There we go. And pull that up. Oh, my washi tape is really sticking. There we go. Okay, and then these cute little scallop pieces here. Ooh, there we go. Pretty, isn't it? I love that. All right, and then the other piece. So I have this piece. Let me get all these pieces off of here. There we go. This one I'm using with the Hippo dies, the Hippo and Friend dies. I love these dies. I like the stamp set too, the cute little unicorn and hippopotamus, but these are beautiful shapes. And so I pulled this kind of a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's an octagon, and it fit perfect right there. So that is what I'm doing to cut this one out. And it's stitched. That's the other thing I love about these. Okay. Oops, come here. And I've had a lot of people ask me what that sound is. I have an electric die cutting machine. I had recuff. Oh my God. The shoulder cuff. Oh my gosh, I've totally forgotten what my shoulder's called. Rotator cuff, there we go. I tore my rotator cuff and my bicep muscle off of my shoulder. I totally had to have reconstruction surgery a couple years ago, and I couldn't crank my machine at all because it was my right hand. So I invested in this amazing cutting machine. It's a Tim Holtz. Just go on Amazon and Google, or Amazon and search electric die cut machine, and you'll find them. It's really a great investment if you can't crank those machines very well. Okay, like I said, this one, there's a little extra there. I need to trim that off. So before I tape this down, I want to put this where I want it. Yeah, about right there goes good. So I'm kind of eyeballing it and getting this. Whoops, can't see what I'm doing, sorry. I'm getting this and this about the same distance apart. Okay, and I want it to have more on this side than this side because I'm going to put my sentiment right here. So let me put that right there. Okay, where's my adhesive? So I'm just going to put some right up there and then down here. One more time, I want to... There we go. All right, we've got that. Now turn it over and use the cardstock as a guide and trim off your excess. Okay. I found that really is just the best way instead of trying to measure and everything. It's just use your card as a guide and it cuts it off beautifully. Isn't that pretty? I love that scallop. That just really goes with the apple pie, doesn't it? Doesn't it make you think of Grandma's kitchen? All right, we have our base here. Let's go ahead and lift this up on dimensionals. And I think I have a whole sheet left here, don't I? Yeah, I do. All right, save these. These are great when you want to put a whole entire layer up on dimensionals. Save these outline pieces of your dimensional papers. Okay, and that will just, well, it's very sticky though. Okay. There we go. And then just peel that off. Oops, come on. Oh, good grief. There we go. Ta-da! And we're going to put that on this smoky slate here. Now, I need a little something there. That white on white is just a little bit much for me. Can't handle that. And what I always love to put back behind tags, if y'all don't know me well enough yet, you're going to learn me, and that is ribbon. And I have some beautiful ribbon that matches this Coastal Cabana here. And this is the, oh goodness, it's written in all these sheer ribbon. It's just the sheer ribbon. It doesn't even tell me. Pool Party. There it is. So this is Coastal Cabana and this is Pool Party, but they're so close. I mean, you can barely even tell apart. But I haven't even opened it yet. Oh my gosh. I love ribbon. Do you all love ribbon? We have so many beautiful ribbons. Oh my gosh. Come on, get in there. I'm so sorry. I should have had this open before I started. I apologize. Because now I'm catching the ribbon with this plastic. There we go. Okay, see how pretty that is? Oh, I love it. All right, and you all know my trick for doing ribbon. I just put some adhesive on the back here. And then I just put it there, hold the finger's width, go back across. And I'm having it overlap pretty good because it's a small tag, but that's okay. All right, and there, and then my snips, cut that off. Okay, double check, make sure I like it. Whoops, this piece kind of went the wrong way. There we go. There we go. Ooh, that is really sheer. Oh, how pretty. I love it. Okay, so, and you can see the smoke of the apple pie through there too. So let's get some dimensionals on this. I shouldn't say smoke, the steam. Smoke makes it sound like I burned it, which I probably would burn it. I'm an okay cook, but it's, yeah. There we go. Come on. Oh, these are really sticky this morning. Not sure what's going on. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so we made a card. It took a little bit, but it's made. I hope you all like this one. I have one more card to show you. I know we've gone 22 minutes, but stick around with me. You'll really like this one. I'm going to try to go as fast as I can. A lot of it's already done, so it shouldn't take that long. This is the Edelweiss paper, okay? So here's my Edelweiss. I cut it out already. I've already colored most of it. I used Just Jade and Pool Party back there. Then I put a little bit of the smoky slate in like where a little bit of shadowing would be. And then I went over with the color lifter a whole bunch and tried to get rid of most of it because Edelweiss, of course, are beautiful white flowers. But their centers are not white. Their centers, we have a brown kind of in this center part is a little bit brown, not a dark brown. So I'm using the light cinnamon cider here. Okay, and I'm not even like coloring it solid. I'm kind of like putting just a few dots so it doesn't look so dark. Okay, and then the inside of these pieces are white, but the outside are yellow. And so I'm using the dark So Saffron. Whoops, let me switch to the bullet side. It's easier to work with. There we go. And there we go. And I'm also going to use dies to cut this little guy out too. I'm using the Hippo dies again for this one. There we go. All right, that was pretty easy. And this is this die here from the Hippo set. And of course it doesn't fit completely, but it fits pretty good. I like it right there. Get most of that Edelweiss in there. Okay. Hold while I put some washi tape, and I have my die up the correct way this time. Stephanie, you said you accidentally watched the Darling Donkeys. Oh no. Okay. I haven't really been paying attention. You all, if y'all ask any questions, I'm trying to go pretty quick here, so I will be sure to go back, and if you have any questions, I'll answer them. But right now, let's get this made. Let's get this finished. Okay. Okay, the other thing I did for this card is I took our brand new In Colors Shimmering Vellum, and I was using this the other day. The back side will have some white, and I think that's cool, but we're going to just use the shimmering side on this card. And I've cut it at a different size than usual because I wanted it to work with this die here. And so this vellum is cut at 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. Okay, and pull that off. And so now, see, I have my cute Edelweiss here, and I have this vellum, and I'm going to push this over just a wee bit because I want the Edelweiss to kind of hang off the edge there. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. All right, and we need to adhere our vellum. And wherever you have something that's going to be on top of the vellum, that's where you want to put your adhesive so it doesn't show through. With all this texture, it probably wouldn't show through anyways, but just in case. Rub that really good. And then this, of course, I want up on dimensionals. Where are my dimensionals? I decided on the tough one. Oh no, where's my, okay. I'm looking for my sentiment. I already cut it out. I'm trying to find it. Oh, I see it now. Okay. And I can't remember how it goes now. Something about being tough together or something. Hold on. Back through here. Edelweiss, Edelweiss. There you are. Together we are stronger. That's it. I picked the Together We Are Stronger one in the yellow. And I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to center it on the vellum, but have it go over the Edelweiss, just like that. All right, now remember, this already has a dimensional. I'll need a dimensional here, but not on this side, or I'll be kind of lopsided. So let me make sure I'm doing this right. Yep. Okay, so I need a dimensional on this side, but I need adhesive. Come on, turn. On this side. Here we go. Okay. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. Okay. I sure hope you guys are enjoying this. And like I said, go to my blog, creatingwithkristina.com, and you will see the post. It's not there yet. It'll be there in just a minute. I have to take pictures of these and then I can get them up there. And you'll have the link for United Through Creativity. Now there is one more place you can get it. On my shop, where it says sales, there's a drop-down menu, and they are considering this a sale because it's free. So that's where they put it. And if you just find that sales drop-down menu, there's United Through Creativity download link. So you can get it there. And then third, if you're on my YouTube watching this on the replay, you can get it in the description below. So download the PDF, decide what card you're going to make, create it, take a picture of it, and then go over to my Facebook page, Creating with Kristina, and find the post and post it in the contest. And then we will spin for a winner for next week. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Thank you again. I sure appreciate you. I just love that you're a part of this community. This community just makes me so happy. Y'all are just the best. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.